Hello everyone, today we'll be looking at this position. It is white to move and win, so you can pause the video and think before we dive into this. Alright, so as you can see, white is down materially. Black has a queen and two double pawns, but white still wins. What is the best move? Now, most of you might have seen this rook sacrifice immediately. It looks really cool, but it's not actually cool at all, because after rook takes, rook to h4 check, yes, black can now move the king, but it can capture the rook. And after we take the queen, black takes, and if the pawns were doubled, maybe there was some hope, but now since the pawns are, like this, they will be defending each other, the king will get close, will support the pawns. This will be definitely winning for black, not for us. So it's not rook to h4 check. And obviously we should not be wasting time with the king. We have to move this rook. But we have to move the rook in a way that will ensure the protection of this bishop on c3. So either a move like rook c4 or rook d3. What is the purpose of rook c4? Absolutely nothing, because rook c4 just defends the bishop and attacks the queen. So this is very passive. But rook to d3 makes a lot of sense. It attacks the queen, and also it threatens this move. Rook to h3, check. Now here in this position, black will play this move, queen to a7, check. And now we're supposed to be very careful here, because if we move the king, then this will be completely losing for us. Because then we're allowing the queen to get in with some checks, and that would be it. That would be losing for us. So we have to block the check. Bishop to d4 makes a lot of sense. It attacks the queen, stops any future checks, and also controls this a1 square. So black has 0 checks. But what this move also does? Not only attacks the queen, it allows us to play this move rook to h3 check. Now, as you can see, rook to h3 check, the king cannot go here because of the bishop, cannot go there because of the protection of the rook. So this will be checkmate. Therefore, after this rook to h3, black has to do something good, and that is the move queen to d7, where we cannot play this move rook h3 because the queen is protecting that square. And also, this move is pinning the bishop to the rook, so if we move the bishop anywhere, we will lose our rook immediately and then lose the game. So what do we do now? Well, we still do not move the king, because if we move the king, this is still losing. Black can get in with some checks on queen c6, queen here, and can push the pawns and win the game. We have to be, we have to be challenging in this one. You can pause the video to try to find this one on your own, because this one is a really, really cool idea. Now, this rook right here is looking at the queen, so if only we can manage to win the queen, and the only way to do that, do a discovered attack or discovered check. So we play this move, bishop to g7. Makes a lot of sense, right? But some of you might say, well, yes, if he takes with the king, he's going to lose the queen, but what if he takes with the queen? Well, the entire point of doing this move is to force the queen away from the defense of the h3 square. So now rook to h3 will be checkmate in 1. That would be really cool. And if black takes, then we would take the queen with a check. Black, yes, will get activity, but the pawns are not like this. They're not close to each other. They are doubled, right? So that makes them a target they will never be able to promote, because the king, our king, is on the same file as the pawns. So black will not be able to promote them. We'll get the king close, give some checks, win the pawns, and win the game. Thank you for watching.